So let's just get down to business. So we are already healed up. Yeah, I don't think usually the people in the Pokemon Center don't have anything. Oh, okay. Free Great Ball. You could have used more of that startup music. If you're not familiar with it, it's from, Long Time No See, yeah. Long Time No See. The startup music, if you're not familiar, is from Pokemon Coliseum. It is the theme of Mirror B, one of my favorite obscure Pokemon villains ever. It's just so catchy, and he has Ludicolo that dances along to it. It's crazy. Coliseum's a very... Oh, okay, someone's gonna blow up the town with a bomb. Coliseum's a very underrated entry. And I haven't played XD, I really should. I doubt either will ever get a remake. Then again, I doubted Snap would get a remake, or I doubted Snap would get a sequel, so maybe it'll get a remake. You had no idea that was a Pokemon song? Oh yeah, yeah, from Coliseum. Once again, underrated game. I've considered doing a Nuzlocke of Coliseum someday. It's very unique in that there's not wild Pokemon. You take certain shadow Pokemon from opponents. I found Nuzlocke rules online. The problem is it's a very hard game to Nuzlocke because every battle in the game is a double battle, and double battles can be brutal because they can team up. Both opponents can team up on one of your Pokemon, and so you can get really bad. Plus, there's no real way to grind easily in that game. So, like, you can get into bad positions. It's otherwise a really great game. If you just want to do, like, a casual playthrough. It also, once you beat the game, you're able to transfer all of your purified Pokemon, because you have to purify the shadow Pokemon. You can transfer them all to Ruby or Sapphire. And I believe the pre-order bonus disc was one of the earliest ways to get Jirachi, and you could get it infinitely from the disc. I had that disc every single time I played Ruby or Sapphire or Emerald. I would transfer in a Jirachi. Never played Coliseum. Yeah, like I said, it's a really fun, very unique game. A lot of the Pokemon in it are Gen 2, not limited to, but there's a large number because a lot of the Pokemon they picked were ones you couldn't get in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, or Leaf Green. So they put pretty much all of the Gen 2 Pokemon were in it. And yeah, you got your starter was Espeon and Espeon and Umbreon. You had two starters because it's all double battles, like I said. Like, there's not a single battle in the game. The game's all double battles. Hey, Matt, welcome. Black glasses, oh cool. We don't have any dark types in our team. Oops, I didn't mean to back out of it. How are you, Matt? How many balls do we have? We have 13 great balls and 18 we're fine. Potions? We have 9. Super potions. I'm not too worried, but I'll buy one to top it off to 5. Like, right now, our bigger problem is just random, really bad stuff showing up. Like a random, let's see if it's more super repels, though. Because we might want them with all the caves. Oops. We don't like random things with Shadow Tag or Self-Destruct. Those are real threats. Things that potions aren't necessarily going to help with. Okay, so there something in the middle of town? Oh, there's that. What's over here? Unlock the stream all days of the week achievement now. I mean, I've streamed Tuesdays before. Some of the multi-streams we've done on Tuesdays. I have never streamed on a Sunday, but I've even streamed on Saturdays a long time ago, so. I don't plan to stream on a Sunday anytime soon. Have I streamed? Have I done a... You know what? No, I did do a Sunday stream. I believe I did a Sunday... Yeah, I did. I did a Splatoon multi-stream with... I think Matt, you were there. With Shell. I've already in the Digital Bonfire. So I have done one Sunday stream. So I have done... That Sunday stream was actually... made it so I've done every day of the week. What are you? I'll battle you in a second. Let's see what's over here, though. I'm super curious. Did we have a Route to 11 encounter? Let me check our list. We do have we already got through to 11 encounter. I mean, I didn't unlock it that long ago. The Sunday stream was May, so like 2 months ago. Oh, I hope this isn't too high leveled. I don't know if I was supposed to come down here yet. No, it should be fine. Strongman Veronica with a scissor. Is it scissor or scissor? I think it's scissor. Mold breaker. Okay, we so far this looks fine. Yeah, earthquake might be. I don't remember if we have good physical or special attacks, but we'll try earthquake. I think we have a better special attack though. Yeah, let's try Mud Shot. Earthquake has a higher base power, but depending on our stats, this might be better anyways. Oh, I think it's slightly worse. Try another earthquake. The speed lowering, that was nice. Okay, good job, Gassy. Good start to the night. Jinx, okay, we will get you out of here. Jinx. Into zone. Into zone is surprisingly no longer whatever high, yeah, it's tied for third highest. He was our strongest for a little while, other than Baby. Baby's kind of, yeah. Flash cannon, okay. Just. Oh, we didn't. We usually like to increase the speed a little. Jinx shudders. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Jinx. There's not a lot of Pokemon designs I don't like. Jinx is one of the few. There's a lot of Pokemon designs I'm fairly indifferent about. Wait, did I just say Groudon? Okay, so I know Groudon usually has some fire moves, but movesets are randomized, and it only has a preference for its type. It's pure ground, so our odds of fire moves are just as high as our odds of any other move except ground. But yeah, there's a lot of Pokemon designs I'm indifferent about, even in Gen 1, but not a lot of Pokemon designs I hate. I hate Jinx, I hate Garbodor. I borderline hate Vanilluxe, that line. Something about Groudon's design hits me. Groudon is a sick design. Honestly, I prefer Groudon's design over Kyogre's design. Kyogre. Yeah, there's not a lot. I can probably count on one hand the evolutionary lines that I like hate. I borderline with Bruxish too. I like that they did a Pokemon based on a triggerfish, but it's just so creepy. I mean, the teeth are part of a triggerfish. I don't know. I think they pulled it off. Maybe it's the color scheme I just don't like with Bruxish. Which, once again, is bright colors like triggerfish has, but... Once again, there's a lot I'm indifferent about. I'm indifferent about a lot of fish Pokemon, for example, like Basculin. A lot of them just feel super generic. I don't know why I'm going back to heal already. That Groudon had me a little spooked, and Blue got almost on half health. Designs that I hate. I don't know, because even a lot of the ones that I'm kind of about, I like certain parts of their design still. That's the trainer there. What's this way? You're blocking the whole way. Go everywhere with a Noctowl. We're going to show you Owl best. Ha! Ha! Puns. But you don't have a Noctowl, sir or ma'am. Schoolboy Joey. You don't have a Noctowl, Joey. You have an Omastar. The Conkeldurr line is one that... You know, fair. I'm not huge on Conkeldurr. Honestly, it's one of the lines I feel in Gen 5. Yeah. It's the Helix. Race Helix. It's one of the designs in Gen 5 that feels like it's just trying to replace an older Pokemon because they can't have older ones, with that being the Machamp line. But Machamp, other than its weird undies, is cool. It's like Conkeldurr is just like a muscular construction worker. And I don't know why we had to have a construction worker Pokemon. But I'm not sure I'd say I hate Conkeldurr. It's just a bit of a dislike. Oh, TM77. Everyone raise defense hard and psych up to get the defense boost. I don't think it's probably Harden. Or, psych boost. 77. Yeah, it's Vacuum Wave. Okay, that's not a... It always goes first. Priority move. Baby can't even learn it. Weird no, I agree, it's a weird concept. I really feel Gen 5's designs were hit and miss. Like, it has some really cool designs, and then it has, like, friggin', let's see, Cryogonal. Like, God, Cryogonal is ugly to me. Shieldon, oh, okay. Oh, wait, we can hit ×4 weakness. Let's do it. Take out the shield. Something about Giant Snowflake just is not really appealing to me. Yeah, I don't even like to bring up Trubbish, even though I brought it up earlier, but I just dislike Trubbish so much. I will forever be salty that Garbodor was the only non-Gen 1 or Gen 8 that got a G-Max form. Every other G-Max form was Gen 1 or Gen 8. The only one that wasn't was Garbodor. There's so many Pokemon that deserve G-Max. Let's... Quasimodo hit it with flying. Glalie kind of did it better. Yeah, Glalie's not really a snowflake. Glalie is... I mean, it's based on several things. There's hockey mask elements, but it's mostly based on an Oni. But it's also loosely, as a pun, based on a rice ball. Because that's called in onigiri. And so... But Glalie, I like Glalie's design. I really like Mega Glalie's design. Oh crap, I didn't look what it was. Wheezing. Okay, fine. We're fine. I should have looked what it was, but we're fine. But yeah, Garbodor of G-Max a joke. I don't know. I think the point was to give that character a Poison-type G-Max, because that was 13. But, like, just, it could have been anything. I guess it could be a joke with, like, capitalism or something and pollution. But, like, it wasn't worth the payoff. They could have done so many better Poison-type G-Maxes. Heck, if they had to do some pollution-based one, do it, I mean, it'd be Gen 1, but do G-Max Muck. Like, it'd be just a big pile of sludge, but, like, still, it's a step above. Or G-Max Wheezing. G-Max Wheezing could have been cool. G-Max Galarian Wheezing. Just have a massive top hat. Hockey mask wearing rice ball snow demon. Yeah, no, wait, Glalie is creative. Glalie is creative. There's a lot of creative design. I don't think any one gen has, like, the most creative designs. The Gen 8 and Gen 7 had the most that pertain to the region. And this is Mount Coronet. Again. Which we already have an encounter for anyways. I guess let's deal with these Team Galactics. I'm trying to remember what I have in the daycare, but... Oh wait, Cairo has fly. We could fly back to the daycare. Also, were we training Cairo? Item does Cairo have? Yeah, we must have been training Cairo. I'm curious how our daycare Pokemon are doing. Because I don't remember. And I know we're trying to evolve stuff there, so... Avalugg. I'm not a big fan of Avalugg. Like, it's just a big chunk of ice. Avalugg's one of the Pokemon, though, that I honestly forget about a lot. Let's see what level these things are. Like, I just forget Avalugg exists because it's just kind of bland. Xigo Ugg. Avalugg's another one that I wouldn't say it's hate, but it's strong indifference. Is it tanky? I mean, if so, it's only as tanky as an Ice-type could be. Ice-type is just so fragile because it's weak to firefighting, steel, and rock. Which are... 3 out of 4 of those are very common attack types. And they only have 1 resistance, which I think is other ice. Hey, Inheritance! You didn't play this generation at all? You recently played through Platinum the first time? It's bizarre how warmer everything looks. What do you mean warmer? This is probably in the bottom half of generations in my ranking. It's not bad. I just always get so frustrated with how much you have to go through the caves of Mount Coronet. I don't like caves in Pokemon. Sonic. I think this evolves in one level. Let me make sure. But I think Pineco evolution. 31, yep. So we will keep Sonic out. Yeah, at least far. Yeah. Hi there, Inheritance. Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. I don't want to deposit one. I think coated in a layer of snow and platinum for some reason. I know there's snow in some area of the game. I don't remember the whole game being covered in snow. What's Dottie? I don't remember what Dottie is, let alone what level it is. I don't recognize the cry. Oh yeah! Okay, Dottie, you need to go in for another 11 levels. Dottie, you have some time to do still. Well, Sonic's gonna evolve very shortly. So, Sonic, you're staying in the party. Who else do we need to get up? We need to evolve Duskull, Meditite, and Shieldon. Shieldon should be level 40. What is Duskull's evolution? Or what level is it? I know what it evolves to usually. 37. And the other one... No, Shieldon's level 30. I'll do Shieldon. Yeah, we'll put Shieldon in. Playing through Monster Hunter Story 2, don't say anything about it. Yeah, I'm not super far. I haven't even unlocked the co-op stuff yet. I've been fairly busy dealing with some personal stuff that I won't talk about on stream. Oops, I didn't mean to come back here. I need to put Shieldon in. But yeah, I've been enjoying it so far. I won't say too much though. The game just came out. I don't want to... I was thinking if I want to say anything, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody watching. Overall, I do recommend it. But yeah, so... If you like monster battling games, I say give it a try. It is simpler than Pokemon in most ways. But for one, the story is a little more interesting than Pokemon. And the combat's very different than Pokemon. The game also looks great aside from the frame rate issues. Okay, thanks for the offer, Inheritance. I know the first update for that game comes out, oh crap, I left our thing with Fly. The first update of that game comes out on Thursday. And as anybody who knows who's seen the stuff for the update, one of the things it'll have is Palamutes. So that's gonna, which, if you don't know what a Palamute is, they're dogs from Monster Hunter Rise. Get our flying camera up. But yeah, so far it's not like my game of the year by any means, but it's definitely worth getting if you like RPGs, if you like turn-based RPGs, because it is turn-based. I know some people don't like turn-based. And you probably would use the Rise stuff in it. I took a look at the Rise, the unlockable, because if you have the data from both, you get some stuff. The layered armor it gave me, I did not like the look of in that art style. Likewise, I tried the layer armor it gave me for Rise, and in Rise, that layered armor doesn't look good with that art style. I think both look better in their own life art styles. And, but yeah. Haven't seen any trailers or anything. It's been super fun playing it. Yeah, I didn't really see any trailers either, to be honest. Shady's been accidentally spoiling some light stuff for me. Well, I make the mistake of bringing up the game, so I hold partial responsibility. Okay, so here we go. This is kind of messed up. It sounds insignificant. It doesn't need to exist, so I'll blow it up. What is... That's just... Jeez. Cyclist landed. I always forget how, like, evil Team Galactic is. Like... Because I feel the leader is more cynical than anything else, but not necessarily. I mean, yeah, his actions are really bad, but like, I think he thinks there's some sort of moral ground in what he's doing. But these guys, like, they're the grunts. They're just in it for the evil. Yes, the leader's name is indeed Cyrus. He's honestly... I feel he's the second least interesting antagonist in the series, which is kind of harsh, but... Like, the only one I think is worse, Lysander. Lysander is... God, I hate Lysander. Cyrus, I'm more indifferent at worst. I hate Lysander. That being said, yeah, I'd rank their teams that way too. Team Plasma is probably the second worst, or my second least liked villain group in the series. Team Plasma, Team Plasma is probably still worse. Who's Cyrus's wiki page? And here's the whole. I don't remember what this whole charm is, but okay. I don't remember getting this. We might get an encounter here? I don't remember. Kinda, yeah. He basically... Since I've been kinda, like, skipping the story a bit, like, because this is meant to be kind of a more casual, Nuzlocke, and we'll worry about the story more in the remake, but... he wants to essentially destroy and recreate the universe because I believe his reasoning there's like too much strife and suffering in the universe the way it is. So he wants to create a better universe, which is still not good. He somehow thinks he has the moral right to do that though. Like, he thinks that he's doing a good somehow. Giovanni I like as a villain. Giovanni is, let's see, who's this? HMO3, okay. Giovanni, like, and not just because, like, nostalgia. Okay, surf, cool. Hearthome. Okay, Giovanni I like. Giovanni's, and not just because he's a classic, he's a very charismatic villain. He has kind of a code of honor, to a degree. Like, he won't try to actively harm a child. He'll just beat up their Pokemon. And he won't, what was the last thing I was going to say about him? Oh yeah, he doesn't pretend he has some morally okay agenda. He's a crime boss. He's a mob lord. Like, he doesn't... He's basically the Pokemon Godfather, and I kind of like him for that. And that's why that's part of the reason that the Gen 2 games are my favorite, and there's many reasons. But I love the lore you get about Silver and Giovanni. Oh, this is Cyrus. Power to create a new world, a world without strife. See, yeah, he thinks he's making a world without suffering. I feel like a lot of more recent portrayals of Cyrus kind of ignore the fact that he was doing it to create a world without suffering, that he thinks he was doing a good. But, like, he thinks he's doing a good. The big problem I have with him is he's essentially a big anime villain. Like, and he's one of, like, the biggest defenders of that, of, like, just ridiculous plot of stereotypical JRPG. I want to become a god and remove suffering from the world. Stuff that sounds good on paper, and yeah. I feel it's kind of generic, in a sense. Well, I don't think Giovanni's my favorite. My favorite villain of Pokemon is probably Getsus from Gen 5. Getsus is... What do I want to say about Getsus? He's evil. He's like as evil as the villains get. He's probably the most evil. I'd argue he's the most evil villain in the series. He has no redeeming motives. He's just evil. I'd be excited, but that's our second Black Flute, and 2 does nothing. Okay, we already have an encounter from Mount Coronet, so... Cool, Bronzong. I don't even like it anyways. Kind of remind you of the Emperor from Final Fantasy VI. I remember it. His name's on the tip of my tongue. It began with a G. Low spoilers. Ultrasun, Moon, Rainbow, Rocket from timelines where the villains win, and Cyrus speaks to how it did turn out the way you thought. Yes, it's about the timelines where the villain win. All the villains... Giovanni, in the timeline he won, leads all the other villains from the timelines where they won. And I believe Cyrus is basically like, yeah, the world still sucks, and I need to figure out how to destroy it and start again or something, basically. But yeah, overall, I was not a big fan of the Rainbow Rockets plot. I recognize it was fan service, but it didn't make a lot of sense to me that Giovanni was the leader. Like, he has charisma, and I guess that gets you a leadership point, but really, he never was the world domination type, so why would he care about, like, basically plus he brought all the villains here without any big plan, just like, hey, let me just grab all the evil guys, and I'll think of something to do with them. And, like, he's more clever than that. He wouldn't just grab them without a plan. And ultimately Getsus is just more evil and it's more down his kind of thing to just try to take over the world. Rainbow Rocket, it was fun fan service, but ultimately it just was, it just didn't feel consistent with the character, especially with Giovanni. It didn't feel consistent with Giovanni. And that is a little sad to me because he's probably my second favorite villain. Probably, it's hard. Guzma's really high up there too, who's kind of arguably not a villain. Oh god, I need Cairo. I need to fly again. I should put fly in my party, but I've been being cheap with my move slots. Getsus is fun because he's a very complex character. Like, he seems very simple, kind of like, not Getsus, Guzma. Guzma's fun because he's a very complex character. He seems almost like Knuckles. Like, on the surface, they seem like simple characters, but they just because they're not like the brainy types. But ultimately, he's not that simple. He has a really interesting backstory. All of Team Skull has an interesting backstory. Well, I like Getsus and N as characters more than Guzma. I'd say that I like Team Skull was probably my favorite team from all the games. They just have like this depth. They ultimately, they're not, obviously they're not the real villains, but ultimately they're not like villains. They're kids who were screwed by the system that is archaic and kept only for tradition. It's very much a social commentary on several things, including stuff involving Hawaii's history, which I recommend, if you haven't, researching a bit on Hawaii's history. It's really interesting and really sad, a lot of what they've gone through. Simplest looking teams ends up having the most depth. I mean, I don't think they're the simplest looking team. I think that might be Team Yell. And Team Yell, I don't hate them, but they're roughly in the middle, I guess. Team Yell had some interesting twists, but ultimately... No, you know what the most simple was? The real villains of Sword and Shield, that team. Because we barely got any background on them. What was Guzma's whole deal again? It's cool if you don't want to spoil it for the people that... I don't mind talking about it. If you're watching this Nuzlocke, I'm assuming you're probably a fan of Pokemon and know the stories. If not, maybe mute for a tiny bit or skip ahead if you're watching the recording. But yeah, Guzma, he was all of Team Skull were kids that took the island trial. I still make the credits too. Yeah, they're all kids that, including Guzma, they're all kids that took the island trial and failed. And that trial was a rite of passage into adulthood. And, like, they failed and they dropped out and became thugs because they kind of weren't accepted for not finishing the trial. And, so that's basically Guzma was the one that he's one of those ones that failed the trial, dropped out of it. And he saw all of his cousins, as they'd say. Not blood related, but they call each other cousins because it's Hawaiian. He saw his cousins all also who failed, and he decided to be one to rally for them and fight for them. And so he found a place to give them to live, to where they could have a home for themselves, and he puts on this tough guy persona to kind of protect them, along with what's her name, Plumeria, his right-hand girl, who's the big sister character of the Team Skull, and the two of them, they have these tough guy personas to try to protect their fellow Skull members. And it really speaks a lot on underprivileged youths and stuff. It's why I just love the I think Sun and Moon are super underrated because I'm in the wrong building. They have a lot of depth to the story, and they pull a lot from real social problems, especially Hawaiian problems. Once again, I recommend looking that up for yourself. You'll find stuff better than I can off memory talk about. But is Manu supporting a Guzma and company? Manu at least protected them, because Manu was like, essentially his turf was the island that they're on. His job would be to arrest Team Skull, but he doesn't. So outright supporting, I don't know if they ever established, but at the very least turning a blind eye to. Manu's another character that's kind of complex, and I like him. He's like, when I first found him, I thought he just seemed like this old, apathetic man, but he really he's a good guy, which is very interesting because he's a dark type trainer. They really turned it on its head there. Yeah, sorry, I could talk about this kind of stuff for forever. Exactly why I'm playing a game like Pokemon. 3 plus 5 plus 7 is... Okay, math, cool. Math is fine with me. 13, this way. But I'm curious. Do I fit trainers if I go to the wrong door? Yes. Well, we want the XP. You threw the quiz so you get to battle with me, right? I mean... Why are you calling me out, game? But I am going to be throwing the rest of this quiz to get the XP. It's always interesting to me when they're like... When the gyms are like, let's reward you for getting stuff right by having you skip trainers, because I want to fight the trainers. Blaine's gym did that, for example, in Gen 1. Technically you didn't, you just went to the wrong door after the fact. I guess technically that wasn't throwing, because I already took the right one. That's a technicality. I still went in the wrong door just to fight her. Pokemon Team made the dark type people reasonably... Yes, I agree. Sword and Shield, Pierre's is my second favorite character. Yeah, probably my second favorite character. My favorite character in that game is Nessa. I just love Nessa. But my second favorite character is probably Pierre's, but it's a toss-up between him and Marnie. And... like, yeah, it was definitely... I love how they've kind of had the dark type be not represent... or dark type trainers not be representative as, like, villains, but as people... It's kind of like... You'd think that it would be lawful evil or something, but really they're, like, almost lawful neutral. Or not lawful. They're chaotic good. Rather than evil or dark being evil, dark is chaotic. Because they end up making them as characters that are like... they're fighting... They don't fight by conventional means. Because they have to survive, kind of thing. Or for others, to help others survive. Pierre's is just another excellent character. I honestly... What is it? Mega Kick? How are you Mega Kicking? You're a pine cone! Can't see a swing shot. Gen 8, say what you want about Gen 8. One thing it did really well is it had a really great set of gym leaders. They're the good allies. Oh crap, I didn't see what I was fighting again. For ugly. Okay, this is fine. I would have used baby, but this is fine. Yeah. Yeah, they're good allies you wouldn't expect. Pierre's, I loved the that in the post game, Pierre's accompanies you through it all. Pierre's is a really great character. Honestly, I feel that Sword and Shield for me might have the most memorable cast of gym leaders in the series. And the second most memorable would probably be all the way to Gen 1. Like, most of the other generations, I can't off the top of my head name all 8 gym leaders. And those are the only 2 generations I can at. Here we go. Which Pineco evolving? There's Sonic. Sonic, what are you? Somastar? This is Omastar, isn't it? Somastar! This almost still works in Sonic. Look at those binds. Praise Helix. God, I don't want to have it out of my party now. It's Helix. I think I might keep it in. I think I might switch out Gassy and keep Sonic. We don't have a Rock in the party anyways, right? Yeah. I'm gonna keep Sonic. Hear that? I'm a big fan of Omastar. I think I was always in the minority that I preferred Omastar to Kabutops. But we're gonna need a god to get us through this. We need Omastar. Praise Helix, yes. What a fitting supersonic form. Yeah, we're gonna keep that in. Level 31 is already pretty high level. We have to be careful of grass type, but Gassy had to be careful of that too. Yeah, we'll put Cairo back in. We're gonna have to do some experience share. You're kind of dying, like from laughter, or please say from laughter, not from something else. There we go. Granted, I gave him Wave In since he doesn't have a water move. Let's see if we can give it. Let's see if we can give him a. Do we have a TM for a water move? Oh yeah, Muddy Water. Is that the only one we have? Oh, we also have Hydro Pump. That's not as good because of the accuracy issue. Do we have a Rock one? We have Rock Throw. Okay. That's 70. Mega Kick is... I'm not a big fan of that accuracy, though. It's great base power, but 75 accuracy is rough. 1 in 4 would miss. I'd rather go with a consistent attack. Okay, before I before I delete one of those bug moves, are you a physical attacker or a special attacker? Oh, you Stench. Okay, that's not the most helpful ability, but you are a special attacker. So then Signal Beam might be what we keep. That was a good evolution. And that was our egg. That's what came from our egg. Nice. I'm not mad about this. Happily take it. Yeah, we have way better special attack. We're keeping Signal Beam. Headbutt might even not be that great. But that's some pretty bad attack stat it has. It has really good special though. So, I like putting my one that I'm experience sharing at the bottom of the party so I don't, for some reason, pull a bad mind move and switch it in. Also, I didn't expect to get that we'll be getting our, if all goes well, we'll be getting our 5th badge today. We got our 4th badge last week. And I kind of didn't think we'd get it this soon. That's Pokemon you're naming Mario. We'll see. Is this just all math? 12 plus 28 is 40, so it's the center. But I'm going to throw it and go to the wrong choices first. Strongman Pie with a Barboach. Well, that's not good for us, because if it has a ground move, that'll do times 4. Kloof. Please don't kill Kloof when we switch him in. Aqua Jet. Okay, that's fine. I should be playing safe and use a substitute, but yeah. I'm getting overconfident right now. There we go. Get Barboach out of here. Now what? Burmy. Okay. Is Burmy pure bug? I feel like it's pure bug and it doesn't get a secondary type of evolution. But just in case, we'll use Quasi, who Burmy's most common form will probably be the Grass Cloak. Wait, no, but we're in oh, yeah, it's the Grass Cloak anyways. Whiscash is a cool Pokemon, yeah, I agree. I think Whiscash was a Pokemon though that it's oh, what am I gonna do here? I think Whiscash was a Pokemon that had a banned episode in Japan. I think there was an episode with Whiscash that involved a like earthquakes. It was banned due to like the tsunami that hit years ago, if I remember correctly. But Whiscash was cool, but I like Catfish though, to be honest. Catfish are cool little fellows. I also like to eat catfish, but that's a different story. Yeah, I've read like lists of like all like the banned episodes in Pokemon. I'm pretty sure that was one of them. Obviously, there's the infamous Porygon episode that caused seizures. People may or may not be aware of the early episode, the season 1 episode with the giant Tentacruel that ended up destroying a building. It was kind of like Godzilla-like, but they ended up they pulled it from the air in the US for a number of years because of 9/11. There's a couple others. I can't remember what other. I think there was. Oh yeah, there was the episode, the Safari Zone. There's an infamous Safari Zone episode that was. Oh god, we got it out of here. The Safari Zone episode that was. It was the episode where Ash caught his 40 Tauros. that we only saw the episode after, which I believe had the Kangaskhan and the feral child, and and they mention offhand about his Tauros, but we in the West never saw that episode. And then later we see his Tauros in a couple episodes. But that episode was banned in the US because I think the park ranger or something points a gun at Ash, and they didn't want, it was the W Kids that it was in, didn't want to have a gun in the, oh, baby took a lot of damage. I see Sandshrew skipped really fast. They didn't want to have a gun in an episode of the West for whatever reason. I mean, sure, but Skarmory, how did I see Sandshrew? That was a really, wow. We don't have a good, we can get fire type, but Kyro's too low. That's a shame you had no idea where this Tauros came from. Yeah, I mean, I didn't as a kid either. I just was like, as a kid, I just assumed I missed an episode, and I never was able to see that episode. And then it was years later that I ended up finding out that, oh, the episode was banned. If you ever watch, I've seen part of the episode. I've seen that part where he catches the Tauros, and it's hilarious because he gets his 40 Safari Balls for the Safari Zone. And every time he sees a Pokemon he wants, he throws a Safari Ball at it, and a Tauros runs in the way and gets hit by the ball. And then at some point, Brock's like, hey, let me try, and he does it, and the same thing happens. So, like, it's complete comedy that he caught all those Tauros. He tried to catch other stuff, and it was just Tauros just jumping in the way, running in the way all the time. But it's a shame. It was a funny scene. I really wish they just were able to cut the one scene instead of the whole episode. 95, 65. I think we're a better special attacker. Or, yeah, better special attacker anyways. Honestly, one of my favorite Season 1 episodes was the episode with Ditto and Duplica. I remember laughing so hard at that episode with the Ditto when it like transformed the Dublin. And that's where we got that silly Ditto face, because originally Ditto was supposed to... Ditto created perfect copies that the eyes were identical, like you wouldn't be able to tell the difference with a Ditto copy. But then that episode, Duplica was a trainer who had a Ditto that couldn't properly transform, and so whenever it tried to transform into a Pokemon, it would keep its Ditto face. And then later they retconned it so all Ditto looked like that when transformed. I believe the first time they had that retcon was Pokemon Snap, which they had Bulbasaurs with that were actually Ditto. But it kind of... I wasn't a huge fan of that because it kind of made that episode not make sense.